I got a phone call from the county exec last week who said that they were upset that they had not been given a chance to make a counteroffer, and they were considering the use of eminent domain to acquire the property. So since that time, we've gathered a lot of information, but the eminent domain process certainly has moved on very, very quickly with a meeting scheduled tonight. They've had committee meetings, closed session meetings, and a meeting scheduled tonight for them to make an ultimate decision. I have John Pfefferle here, who's going to walk through kind of the timeline on the real estate process with you. But before he does that, I just want to share a few thoughts. My concern here is the message that this is sending to our business community. Government, in general, is constantly battling the image that we are inflexible, bureaucratic, not business friendly, and we battle that constantly, day in and day out. And we task our staffs with just making sure that they're not promulgating that image. And so, in the course of a real estate transaction, you put yourself in the position of the owner of that property, who after a year being on the market, all of a sudden has competing offers. Okay, not accepted offers, but he's got offers coming back and forth. He takes an offer, takes a counter, he's got a full price offer with a closing date in less than a month. Great. He chooses to accept that offer. And now the other party, which happens to be the county, says, oh, we're upset with the process. We really want that piece of property, so we're going to use our power to ace you out of a contract, of a legal contract. So what message are we sending? What message are we sending to the property owner, and but most importantly, the business who wants to expand? As government, I know what our reaction would be if we're looking at a building and all of a sudden a local business, a neighboring business comes and says, we want to expand. I would say, hey, hallelujah, great, thank you very much. What can we do to help you to make sure that you're successful? We'll go explore other options. It's not like the county doesn't have other options. Their only other option is not build new, when they came and told us they had looked at 13 other properties. So I'm just worried about the message we're sending. We're all like to talk about economic development and being business friendly and promoting business growth and expansion, but when it comes right down to it and the rubber hits the road, what do we do about it when given the opportunity? That's what I'm really worried about. I want Appleton to be known, and I really want Outagamie County and the entire region to be known that you can come here, you can deal with local government, and we will be flexible. We will bend over backwards to help you be successful. And this is not sending that message. And so I want to make sure that, a couple things. One, I want to make sure the county board understands the full implications of their actions. I want to make sure that they're making this decision with all of the information, not just the information they've been given. Real estate transactions, everybody knows who's been through them, are complicated. It's not just about price, it's about all sorts of terms. If I'm going to make a decision like this that's got far-reaching implications, I want all the facts. And I hope that they ask for that. So with that, I'm going to ask John Pfefferle to kind of explain some of the progression of some of the real estate events.
Good morning. I'm John Pfefferle with Grubb Ellis Pfefferle. I just want to set the record straight. There's been a lot of misinformation floating around about this transaction, and I want to just walk through the sequence of events that took place leading up to today. We were contacted several months ago by a local company that needed to expand in the industrial park. They needed additional space. They wanted to double or triple the size of the space they're already in. They are located in the industrial park. We did a site search. We gave them a number of options of properties that were on the market, including the one that we're talking about today. After deliberating and doing their due diligence, they decided to make an offer on the property. The offer was made. Several days later, a counter offer at full price was sent back to them through us. They accepted the full price counter offer, and at no time in this sequence were we aware that the county was involved in this process. We knew there was another offer, but we never heard anything about the county. After the offer was accepted, it came to light that the county was the other competing offer on the property. Fast forward, after the offer was accepted, the company has been doing their due diligence. This was a month ago, by the way. 1 month ago, or almost a month ago. I think it was June 22nd when the offer was finally accepted. During this last month, they've been doing their due diligence, spending money on surveys and other due diligence issues. And yesterday, we found out that the county was involved and that they were going to exercise their eminent domain yesterday, after a month of working on this project, having no idea that this was coming up. This is my personal opinion. I was on the county board and served for 12 years on the county board many years ago and chaired the property committee. This is local government at its worst. This is my opinion. Now, this is just John Pfefferly speaking, but this is local government working at its worst. We feel that we have a legal contract and we want to proceed to close, and we are going to appear at the county board tonight. Thank you.
Hey, John, do us a favor, spell your last name.
My last name is spelled P-F-E-F-F-E-R-L-E. It's not an easy one.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, John. And just to add what John said, the company found out from us, from the city, not from the county. And I think the owner didn't even know that it was happening. So the county's having these meetings in closed session, which is their right to do, but no courtesy call. So that's what I have to say. I know our city council, many of them are engaged in this. They're not happy about it. I plan on attending the county board meeting tonight and speaking, saying pretty much what I said today about asking the county board to think about the message that they're sending in this day and age of fierce competition for business and trying to position ourselves to be business friendly. And I know that several of our city council members will be there. We also have a city council meeting tonight. We're hoping to get started on time. It may be delayed a little bit if we don't have a quorum over here, but we will have our meeting tonight at some point, and hopefully not too much after 7 o'clock. So with that, you should take any questions.
Mayor, explain eminent domain and how that works. I mean, I thought it was just normally done for, you wanted to put a highway through something, but I guess you could do it for almost anything?
There are, so I'm not an attorney, let me tell you that, but there are some basic requirements that got to be used for a public purpose. And I forget what the other is. I think the county corp council has been talking about that, but government uses it most often to gain right-of-way for construction projects. That's when we use eminent domain. There's well, let's go this way. The city was engaged in an eminent domain process to try to acquire a site for a library. Okay, you remember that? And some people may say, well, the city used eminent domain. Here's the difference. Those properties weren't for sale. We had communication from both of those property owners that they were interested in working with the city, and it was on that basis that we proceeded. It was not an antithetical or a combative situation where we're going to take your property whether you want us to or not. It was okay, we get it. They were not for sale. They weren't on the market, so we couldn't have an open negotiation. So by statute, we had to follow the eminent domain process, and that's the process we went through, and it's fairly lengthy. And that was one of the points. Put yourself in the seller's shoes. Got a legal contract, that full price, wanting to close within a month, he'll have his money, and now the county comes in, going to follow the eminent domain process, which is going to take probably a minimum of 6 months, and may or may not end up compensating him at his full price, most likely not. So that's just the way it is.
What do you foresee happening if they do vote yes tonight and it goes through?
Well, if they vote yes and it goes through, that's their right to do that. We'll have to, you got to respect that. I just hope they do it with their eyes full open. I don't know what the consequences will be. I'm hoping that that we can continue to convince people that they can work with us, they can work with the city, and we want them here. I'm hoping that we can work with the company that wants to expand and find them a suitable spot to stay here, but that remains to be seen.
What about the landowner? I mean, the landowner is going to get shafted in this if the county, like you said, the county could not pay them the full amount. Who wants? What if that was your house? And
right. Those are all rhetorical questions, and those are things that I want people to think about. Put yourself in the owner's shoes. In the real estate world, a seller has a right to sell their property to whoever they want to at whatever price they choose. They don't have a legal obligation until it's on paper. And because the county is going down the path of eminent domain, tells us they did not have a legal contract where they were forced to make, or given the ability to make a counteroffer. If they would have had a contract, this would be a contract issue, not an eminent domain issue. And obviously it's not a contract issue. So they had not made an offer that had been accepted. There's no contract in place. So now they're choosing to use this route.
Who's the company? Can you share that?
Okay. It's J.F. Ahern, and Tony Ahern is here today, and they are planning on being at the meeting tonight.
What has this done to the relationship between the county and the city? Has this...
Look, we've had a good relationship, and I expect that to continue. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to say, people, look at the whole picture here. Understand the message that the implicit message that you're sending. And, answer the questions. As far as I know, there's not this dire urgency to get the sheriff's department moved. There is time to do due diligence, to look at other sites as they have. Go back and reevaluate those. Reevaluate them on the basis of allowing a current business entity in our community to expand and add new jobs in our city and in our county. That's all I'm asking.
This would be either for John or Mr. Ahern. What does this do to the expansion plans?
Spell your last name for us.
A-H-E-R-M.
And your first name?
Tony. And maybe I just have a few prepared remarks that I'll go through, and hopefully that will answer your question and alleviate other questions. So, again, good morning. My name is Tony Ahern. I'm the Executive Vice President of Fabrication and Operations for our company. Our company is in the mechanical, fire protection, fabrication, and service businesses. We're a family-owned and operated company that's been in business for 136 years with our headquarters in Fond du Lac. Currently, we have just under 1,300 employees, 200 of which are either located here or work here on a daily basis in the Appleton area. We've owned the building that we're in now for 8 years. We've been in Appleton for the last 19 years. Our company, through the dedication of our employees, continues to grow. Over the last 6 years, we've added approximately 300 employees. This year alone, we are experiencing about 30% growth So our desire to purchase the Goodland property is basically because we're out of space. We need to expand, want to expand our Appleton footprint, and continue to create jobs here in this area. We're here because we sincerely feel that as a family-owned and operated company that is growing in the state of Wisconsin, and particularly in this area, we really would like to continue to expand this footprint. We'd like to have this building stay on the tax roll and find more exceptional employees to serve our client base. The process we went through has been explained by John, but from our vantage point, we use local, professional, dedicated real estate brokers. We moved quickly and we moved fairly. And we were not aware of any of the county's needs regarding the Sheriff's Department. And for these reasons, we would respectfully ask that the Board of Supervisors in the county do not proceed with eminent domain procedures to take this land. In closing, I would just tell you that J.F. Ahern does not want to get into a press campaign. We do not want to get involved in local politics. What we do want to do and desire to do is expand our business, expand our employees, and continue to grow in this area. Thank you.
Tony, if this site falls through, would you still be looking in Appleton for that expansion, or would you have to look elsewhere?
We'll look throughout the area.
And how many people would you be looking to add?
Right now, we have approximately, as I said, about 200 that come and go. We believe that we can, if things continue the way they are, we believe that we can continue to add on there. To give a specific number probably wouldn't be in the best interest right now.
How large is the property? What's the square footage? I guess, would you sell your current property? Or
yes, we would. In fact, Pfefferly is getting that prepared to put on the market, and yes, that will be sold. The building that we're moving into is approximately 3 times the size of what we're currently in, and it's about 2 blocks away.
When you say you would be looking throughout the area, are you referring to the Fox Valley area, the Fox Cities area, or all the way to Oshkosh and Fond du Lac where you're headed?
Well, we wouldn't go to Fond du Lac or Oshkosh most likely because we have a large facility there. So we would look in this general area. Whether I can say it's in Outagamie County or not, we don't know. We have to look and see what options are available and what's in the best interest of our employees and our customers.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch this earlier. So the address, your current address is what?
3012 East Capitol.
301 East Capitol. And the place that you're looking to move to?
3030 Goodland. Is it East Goodland? Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, any other questions? All right, thank you.